RZA. Let the beat breathe, gangster.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You back in the basement. So I'm gonna be reacting to this video. This guy right here, he's talking. I think he's basically out there stomping for Kamala Harris to be the next president. We're just gonna see what he got to say, and then we're gonna react to it. All right, let's get it.
While he's hugging the flag, you know what he's doing? He's ripping away our freedoms. That's what he's all about, because here's what I know. It's not freedom to tell our children what books they're allowed to read. That's not freedom.
All right. So with this book thing, man, everybody that's another play that they try to throw at you. They try to say that, well, um, Republicans are trying to ban books, from children. Well, if the book has explicit sexual material in it, well, obviously you don't want kids watching stuff like that or reading stuff like that. Sorry about that. You don't want kids reading stuff like that. I mean, if if you as a parent want your younger child to read books with explicit material in it, material that's basically for an adult, then that's your issue. You need to go to the library or you need to go somewhere and buy that book and read it to your own kid. It doesn't need to be in a school, okay, for other kids that they parents don't want their kids to read it in that school, okay? You know what I'm saying? So a- if you want to read that to your kids, that's on you. You read that to your kids, but you go out and get that book at a public library because it's there. So it's not being banned in public libraries, okay? It's being banned in schools, okay? And there's a lot of things that are being banned in schools that you can't take to school, okay? So let's not even let's not even play on that. But they still playing on that banning book stuff, and that's old news. All right, so they need to get off of that.
It is not freedom to tell people they can go to work, but they can't join a union. That's not freedom.
And the funny thing about this, that there was a union guy, the head of the union actually endorsed the Republican Party or Trump as the next president, and that's kind of funny that he's saying that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of weird. And the other funny thing is during the COVID lockdowns, Democrat cities locked down, or Democrat states stayed locked down longer than Republican states did. Most of the Republican states were open and you were allowed to go to work, okay? But most of the Democrat states stayed down. They stayed closed. So he's sitting up here telling you this stuff when he know all of it's bogus. He just playing you on your emotions, man. That's it. And the crowd is just going wild over it. Only thing you have to do is do a little research or even just think back when the lockdowns were going on. Who took more advantage of it? Republicans or Democrats? Who kept you at home longer? Republicans or Democrats? While all of their elites and the governors and all of them were out at baseball games and getting their hair done and all of that type of stuff. But they made you stay at home, right? They made you wear a mask while they were out not wearing a mask, and then they come up with some BS excuse of why they was out or something, you know, which I find that funny that he's talking about stuff like that.
It is not freedom to tell women what they're allowed to do with their bodies. That's not freedom.
You know, that's man, that's the end of the clip, and there's a big debate about abortion rights and things like that, you know, and when Trump got in, he put in new justices on the Supreme Court. Okay, so you can say, well, Trump did this, Trump did that. All right, well, he wasn't the one that made the decision. Okay, that came from the Supreme Court and it went back to the states. So now it's a state issue. So if you want to vote on abortion, it is not a it's not a Democrat talking point no more. And that's why they keep bringing it up. They keep bringing it up like the president is going to decide on whether abortion is legal or not. Okay, it's back to the states now. Okay, so whenever you go to vote for your state elected representative, then you gonna vote for him. Okay, I mean that's just how that works. You know, and they still on that tip, man. And I don't get it, but it's funny how they sit around here and they throw that out there, but at the same time, during the Obama administration had 8 years, right? He had 8 years in office, but he stunned it, and they talked about abortion all the time. And then Joe Biden just had 4 years, right? Okay, well, why didn't they? Why didn't they? Why didn't? What's the word? Man, what is the word? I forgot that word. Basically, they could have put it in the law to where it was officially on the books, okay? Because they had the House and the Senate, and I think the Biden administration had the House and the Senate for 2 years, and they could have put it in the law, but they didn't. Okay, they could have made it official where you couldn't have changed it, and they didn't. You know why they didn't do it? They didn't do it because they wanted something else to run on. Okay, because they have nothing else to run on but abortion. Okay, codified it. There you go. They could have codified Roe v. Wade into law, and that way it would have never been changed. But ask yourself this, okay? Whether you're against with abortion or whatever, right? Is that right? You're gonna sit there and you're gonna say, well, we're gonna run on abortion, okay? But you don't do nothing about it, okay? You could have codified Roe v. Wade back when Obama was in, right? You could have done it under the first 2 years of Biden, but you didn't. You could have codified Roe v. Wade then, but guess what? They didn't. And now you want to run on Roe v. Wade again, and people are gonna run back behind you and support you because you say, well, now you fear mongering, talking about they taking your rights when you could have codified it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't gonna do anything about it anyway because they don't have a platform to run on. What are you gonna run on? Open borders? What are you gonna run on? 9% inflation? I mean, crime? You can't run on crime. That's rampant. Everybody knows it. And the illegals are committing a big portion of crime as it is. I mean, what are you gonna run? Gas prices? The only thing that they have to run on is abortion. Okay, I don't see Kamala coming out um, to run out any new ideas on anything, her platform or anything. The only thing she's talking about is, well, hey man, I'm black, I'm a woman, and if you don't vote for me, then you're racist or you don't like women. But you don't have anything, you don't have a leg to stand on, man. You ain't got nothing that you running on. The last thing I heard Trump talking about was crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like, which I know a lot of people dabble in crypto. You know what I'm saying? And man, at least he doing something. And I know right before that, right before he was talking about crypto, he was talking about um basically anybody that makes tips, you won't be taxed on it. And that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people that will be affected by that. That if he gets into office, basically the tips you make at your job, you won't be taxed on none of it. That will actually help a lot of people. That's what I'm saying, man. Like you ain't running on nothing. You just running on scare tactics, man. And that's dirty, man. Like give me something to make me want to vote for you. Don't try to scare me into voting for you. And to be honest with you, I think a lot of people waking up to that, and they're not gonna go for that this time, you know. But anyway, like I said, man, um, well, yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I hope y'all like the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Um, I'm gonna be doing some more videos here pretty soon. But like I said, I work a lot, so but whenever I get a chance to upload and come through with a video, I'm gonna let y'all know, and I'm gonna be reacting to some more. So Y'all have a good day. Peace out. I holla.